afternoon. It's Tuesday, July 2nd, 2024. Peace is a part to the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. On the news this afternoon, more stakeholders react to October 5th local government elections in Rivers State. The Defense headquarters raises concern over Borno bombing. 3 people rescued from FCT building collapse. Ethiopian Airlines drops plan with Nigeria Air project. And on the foreign scene, U.S. President condemns court ruling on former President Trump partial immunity. I'm Ifechukwu Moanyele with the news. Now, some chieftains of political parties in Rivers State have asked the State Independent Electoral Commission to ensure that the ruling party is not favored in the forthcoming local government election. They spoke during a stakeholders meeting with Risiak yesterday. Some of those who spoke include Labour Party, APC chieftains, as well as representatives of the Nigerian Bar Association.
I want to plead that please you give relevant stakeholders, all political parties, level playing ground. Mention this in your address. I want to believe that if that is done, I'm sure every one of us will be happy.
The political party that was in charge, because they felt they were the power and control, consigned all the sensitive materials with some of your members who were asked to conduct such election. We were seeing them. I have photographs, even till today. And they told me to go to court.
But we will not go out to share political offices among parties. Come out and show your strength. What we are asking for is a level playing ground for us. We are ready to field our candidates for the election. We are ready to show our strength.
And we want to encourage all stakeholders to abide by the rules that have just been unveiled and the Constitution of.
Also, the chairman of the Fence for Human Rights and Democracy, Clifford Solomon, tells correspondent Emeko Otoka that it could worsen the ongoing crisis.
First of all, I will put my thanks to God, the creator of our universe. First of all, I will put my
political analyst and development expert Zoe Tamonotoye says it's a chance for those unhappy with the current caretaker committee system to run for office. Now, on Monday, the chairman of the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission, Adolphus Enebele, said the elections will be held on October 5th across the 23 councils. He spoke during a stakeholders meeting to unveil the timetable and guidelines for the conduct of the 2024 local government area elections in the state.
You are expected to play by the rules. The guidelines are set for the good of all. They are not intended or skewed against any party or individual. The Commission hereby makes the following rules and guidelines. There shall be local government council elections on Saturday, the 5th of October 2024, in all the 23 local government areas listed in column 2 of the table and first schedule of this guideline. 1 councillor shall be elected in each ward. 2, a chairman and vice chairman shall be elected for each of the local government areas.
Moving on, an activist, Deji Adeoju, says only residents of the FCT can decide who becomes senator in 2027 and not Minister Nyesom Wike. The activist comments comes after the FCT minister warned that the senator representing the FCT, Ireti Kingibe, would not return to the Senate in 2027. Reacting, the activist lawyer reminded Wike that incumbent presidents are defeated in the FCT. Adeoju said Wike can't decide for the people because FCT is not River State. In other news, The FCT Police Command says 3 people who were trapped in Monday's building collapse have been rescued. The FCT Police Public Relations Officer, SP Josephine Ade, said this in a statement yesterday. Many people were trapped when a 4-story building attached to a hotel in the Garki area of the Federal Capital Territory collapsed on Monday night. The Defense Headquarters has described the recent bombings in Borno State as Nigeria receding into a state of war. The Director Defense Media Operations, Major General Edward Buba, said this in a statement today. He said that the despicable act is a response to recent successes in ongoing military operations. General Buba said the recent operations of the military have depleted the resources of the terrorists, reduced their support base, and reduced their influence. Still to come, Ethiopian Airlines drops plan with Nigeria Air project. Stay with us.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
You're welcome back, and now the rest of the news. The Minister of Education, Professor Tahir Mamman, says the federal government alone cannot finance education in Nigeria. The minister said this at an event in Abuja. The minister said though the government had spent so much in funding education, private individuals need to support the government in funding the educational sector. And now Ethiopian Airlines has announced that the Nigerian government is no longer interested in partnering with it to establish the Nigeria Air Project. The airline's Group Chief Executive Officer, Mesfin Tasu, made the announcement in Dubai. Recall that the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, had on May 27 announced the indefinite suspension of the Nigeria Air Project. Mr. Keyamo criticized the deal with Ethiopian Airlines, saying that the ownership structure of the suspended airline is not beneficial to the country. And now in business, the federal government has approved the exemption of small businesses, manufacturers and farmers from paying withholding tax as a way of reducing the tax burden on businesses. The chairman of the Presidential Committee on Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms, Taiwo Oyedele, in a post on his official X handle on Tuesday morning, announced that President Bola Tinubu has approved the new withholding tax regime for the country, with the official gazette expected to be signed in the coming days. In entertainment, Nollywood actress Toyin Abraham has reportedly arrested an ex-user who wished her son death. In sports, UEFA is investigating England midfielder Jude Bellingham for a gesture he made following his late equalizer against Slovakia in Sunday's Euro 2024 last 16 tie.
And now, we bring you news from around the world.
U.S. President Joe Biden has described as a dangerous precedent a Supreme Court ruling giving former President Donald Trump partial immunity from criminal prosecution. President Biden said the judgment undermined the rule of law and was a terrible disservice to Americans. Earlier, Trump hailed the court's decision as a big win for democracy. The justices found on Monday that a president had immunity for official acts, but was not immune for unofficial acts, and referred the matter back to a trial judge. That's a wrap on the news this afternoon. Before we go, let's have a look at the major stories. More stakeholders are reacting to the October 5th local government election in Rivers State. The defense headquarters has raised the concern over the Borno bombing. 3 people have been rescued from FCT building collapse. The Ethiopian Airlines said the Nigerian government is no longer interested in establishing Nigeria Air Project. And on the foreign scene, the U.S. President has condemned the Supreme Court ruling which gave former President Trump partial immunity from criminal prosecution. The news was edited by Onyeka Chinwosu. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I'm Ifechukwumoy. Many thanks for listening.